To start, I want to say how honored I am at being invited to speak at this event. I still remember attending my first Cancer Research Award banquet with this program as a freshman. I remember listening to the student speaker that year, and especially the impression that his initiative and accomplishments made on me when I was still in the early stages of trying to figure out what research was about. Now, after many years of patient and consistent mentoring, I am enormously grateful to join you and share with you my journey from then to now and the role that the Cancer Center has played in that process. To start out, my interest in cancer research extends long before I came to college. In late middle school, I lost a beloved teacher to cancer, and my dad, who's helping me film this now, has been fighting cancer for the last 7 years. Largely driven by these experiences, I knew that I wanted to spend my career trying to make a difference in the healthcare that was available to patients. After deciding the big picture goal, I had some trouble deciding where in the healthcare fields I wanted to fit in. I couldn't decide if I wanted to work in biomedical engineering, basic research, medicine, or a different field, but I was eager to get some practical experience. One reason that I chose to come to K-State was the availability of opportunities in undergraduate research where I could get hands-on experience in considering a career in science and cancer research. With this motivation in mind, I got involved in Ruth Welty's lab within a month of coming to college. Getting in touch with Ruth was the first time that the Cancer Center played a pivotal role in my path through research. When looking for opportunities to get involved in a lab, I attended a research fair and stopped at a booth with the Cancer Center. They gave me a pamphlet with information about the program, including a list of all the professors that had mentored students who won this award the previous year. Ruth was teaching my Principles of Biology class at the time, and when I saw her name on the list, I decided to reach out to her and see if she still had any openings on that cancer-related project. Being so new to college, I wasn't sure if there would be a place for me in the lab yet, but she took me in right away, and I'm still researching in the Welty lab today, nearly 5 years later. While I am very grateful to have gotten experience in research so early in my academic career, I also struggled in the lab, since I hadn't taken most of the basic courses needed to understand the work I was doing. I think largely because of this, I struggled with feeling that I wasn't smart enough for the field, didn't have enough initiative, and didn't belong in research. Given this, when Ruth told me that she wanted to submit an application for a cancer research award for me in the project I was working on, I was extremely surprised and encouraged. The application asked for the professor to write the technical aspects of the application, and to be totally honest, I didn't understand a quarter of what was written in it. I was fresh out of the introductory biology course, but the award provided an affirmation and clarification of my research goals and helped to motivate me through my work. It was no small thing that smart, motivated, philanthropic people wanted to invest in me and my work, so I read the application and reread it and read it again, determined to understand it. This was partly because I was so motivated to work toward the goal of improving our understanding of cancer, but also because of the faith that had been placed in me to take on the challenge. Starting my sophomore year, my Cancer Research Award set me up well for an additional Cancer Research Award and a scholarship in Kimbry, which is another program that I have gained many benefits from. In Kimbry, we had monthly meetings where students practiced presenting our research and asking questions. We had professional development seminars, and we had opportunities to travel throughout the state and even to Washington, D.C., presenting our research at symposia. When applying for the Kimbry and Cancer Research Scholarships, I needed a clearly defined new project, and the project that these awards started me on is still what I'm working on today. As one question has led to another, I have learned how to develop and test my own hypotheses, perform many different kinds of experiments, and follow through with initiative on a long-term investigation as I keep asking and answering new questions. In this project, I am attempting to characterize a gene in the lipid metabolic pathway of Arabidopsis, a plant that we use as a model in studying basic plant functions. The gene I am studying is interesting to plant biology as it impacts the aging process of plants. Plants with a mutation in this gene show interesting changes in their lipids and also die early. You may be wondering at this point how this could possibly be related to cancer research. It's related because this gene in Arabidopsis is very similar to a human gene called TAZ, which is often overexpressed in certain cancers. TAZ codes for an enzyme that is known to act on a lipid called cardiolipin, but its effect on cancer is unclear. One of the long-term goals of the project is that a better understanding of the role of this Arabidopsis gene could shed some light on its human counterpart. This project has taught me many valuable skills, and as I move forward in research, these will be applicable to many areas of human health and disease, whether I pursue a career in oncology, or research in Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease, or a host of other diseases needing better clarification, characterization, and improved therapeutic options. Beyond this, I've continued to participate in the Cancer Research Center through the Cancer Journal Club. This has been hugely beneficial as I read new papers in the field, learn how to understand academic journals, and listen to my colleagues and professors discuss them. I would encourage cancer research awardees watching this to start attending the journal club if you don't already. Even if you're new to research and the papers don't mean much to you yet, that's where I was. Listening to the discussion and asking your questions can make a huge difference in how quickly you learn. Moving to the present, I'm excited to be graduating this May. After graduation, I'll be working as an engineer at Pfizer in their Rotational Development Program, learning about the pharmaceutical industry and the production of many different medications. Eventually, I plan to work in medical research on the front lines of generating better treatment options and delivering those to patients. I will always be grateful to the Cancer Center and all of its supporters for starting me on my journey. To wrap this up, I am enormously grateful for the scientific and medical advances that have allowed my dad to be with us today, nearly 7 years after his original cancer diagnosis. But I'm also aware of the side effects of the treatment, the lack of a true cure, and the huge room for improvement in all the areas of available care options. We need educated, dedicated minds to solve the problems of effective screenings, preventions, and therapeutics. The students being honored through these awards are the future of that research. I want to thank both the students involved in this endeavor and those who have contributed to their continued success. Thank you for your work, and thank you for the opportunity to tell you about my journey.